Your claim form is an important document in the Indian Day School settlement. We recognize that for many, submitting a claim is a major milestone in your healing journey. And we understand you may have questions about the claims process. We hope this video will provide some answers on how the claims process works for levels 2 to 5. If you have questions about how to complete your form, Class Counsel is available to help you free of charge. You can reach Class Counsel at 1-844-539-3815. In this video, we focus on what happens after you have completed and submitted your claim form to the claims administrator. If you have any questions about your claim once it's been submitted to the claims administrator, please call them at 1-888-221-2898. The claims process starts when you submit your completed claim form, ID, and supporting documents to the claims administrator by the deadline. The deadline is July 13, 2022. It's especially important that you identify the level of harm you experienced and complete all required sections on the claim form relating to that level. Please take your time completing your claim form, and before you send it, double-check that it's complete. This makes it easier for the claims administrator to process your claim in a timely and smooth manner. If you're not sure what to include in your claim or have any questions, please call Class Counsel. It is important that your narrative, Section 5A, states as much detail as you can remember about the harm suffered at the day school, including what happened, when and where it occurred, who inflicted the abuse, and for any physical abuse suffered, the resulting harm or impact, including any medical treatment or diagnosis. When the claims administrator receives your claim form, they will create a digital file containing your form and materials for review. This intake step, which involves the administrator receiving and electronically inputting your claim form, can take up to 6 weeks from the time your claim form and documents are received. After 6 weeks, you are invited to call the claims administrator to confirm it received your claim form and supporting documents. It's important to know that, at this stage, the claims administrator won't be able to tell you if your claim form is complete or if you are eligible for compensation. To know that, the claims administrator will first have to do a thorough review and assessment. That's Phase 2. You will be sent a letter from the claims administrator that confirms your information has been received and has been sent to Canada. Canada will have the opportunity to review your claim and may provide the claims administrator with more information about your eligibility. Canada has 60 days to review levels 2 to 3 and 90 days to review levels 4 to 5, starting from the date that the claim is received from the claims administrator. To assist, the claims administrator puts the same date on your letter when it notifies you that your claim has been sent to Canada. You may also receive a phone call from the administrator if your address is incomplete, a letter cannot be delivered, or other questions arise. The administrator will never call you to obtain your banking information. Before sending your claim to Canada, the administrator may, during its initial review, determine that your claim form needs more information. If this occurs, you will be sent a letter outlining what other documents are required. There are a number of different reasons why you might be asked for more information. Here are the main ones. You forgot to select a level of harm in your claim form. Your form is missing personal details, for example, your last name or birth date. You did not include eligible ID, or the ID provided does not match your name or date of birth on your claim form. Your school name or years are missing or cannot be clearly read. You are missing required supporting documents, such as a sworn declaration if that's needed in your situation. You are missing signatures or dates of signatures. The sworn declaration page is incomplete, or your guarantor is not an eligible guarantor and must be replaced. Once the claims administrator receives the additional information, they will then reprocess your completed claim form and all related documents. Once deemed complete, the administrator will send your claim to Canada to review. The administrator will send you a letter to confirm that they have completed this step. Please note that due to the additional processing required, the need for additional or corrected information may significantly delay the processing of your claim. If Canada provides additional eligibility information, then the claims administrator will review the materials to see if there is any impact on your claim. At this stage, some claimants may be found ineligible. Some of the reasons you may not be eligible for the day school settlement could be: you have already received compensation for the same harms through another day school settlement with the Government of Canada. You chose to opt out of the settlement. You are submitting a claim form on behalf of a claimant who died before July 31st, 2007. You did not attend an eligible Indian day school, or you did not attend the school during eligible years. You will be sent a letter informing you of the claims administrator's assessment. If you are deemed eligible for compensation, the claims administrator will perform a level assessment to determine whether your claim, including your narrative and supporting documents, meets the criteria for the selected level on the harms grid. If it does, then you will be sent a letter confirming this along with your compensation. But sometimes a level assessment may lead to other decisions. The claims administrator might find that you meet the criteria for a level that is higher than the one you selected. If that happens and you are missing additional information, such as a sworn declaration, you will receive a call from the claims administrator requesting more information. If the claims administrator has all of the required documentation to assess your claim at the higher level, you will receive a payment at the higher level. In other circumstances, the claims administrator might decide your written narrative indicates a lower level of harm than the one you selected. If that happens, you will be sent a letter stating what level the claims administrator determined you are eligible for and the reasons for this decision. That doesn't mean the decision is final. Along with your letter indicating the claims administrator's assessment, you will also be sent a request for reconsideration form if you decide to challenge the decision. You are encouraged to reach out to class counsel to assist you with this process. You have 120 days to complete the request for reconsideration form from the time you receive the notice from the claims administrator. The administrator's notice will be sent by registered mail, meaning the 120 days will begin from the date it's confirmed you received the letter. If you don't respond within the time period, then the administrator will process your claim at the lower level, which it assessed you at, and send you compensation for the corresponding amount. At this point, your claim is final. If you do send in a request for reconsideration, please take your time completing your reconsideration form. The claims administrator is only allowing claimants to submit a reconsideration form once. Like the claim form, there is no opportunity to amend it once it's signed and filed. The administrator will review it and reassess your claim form with any additional information that you may provide. If, upon reassessment, the administrator finds that you do indeed qualify for the level you applied for, you will be sent a letter with compensation at that level. If the administrator finds that you qualify for a higher level than the one you selected, but you are missing additional information, you will receive a call from the claims administrator requesting more information. If the claims administrator has all of the required documentation to assess your claim at the higher level, you will receive a payment at the higher level. However, if the administrator continues to find that you only meet the requirements of a lower level, you will be sent a letter with this decision and an explanation of why this assessment was made. If this happens, you can request a review by an independent assessor. Again, at this point, we encourage you to reach out to class counsel for assistance. Your reconsideration decision letter will contain instructions on how to request a review by the independent assessor. When you receive your assessment letter from the claims administrator, you'll have 90 days to request an independent review. Again, the administrator's notice will be sent by registered mail, meaning the 90 days will begin from the date it's confirmed you received the letter. If you don't request an independent review in the 90-day time frame, your claim form will be processed for payment based on the decision of the claims administrator. The independent assessor may offer you the opportunity to provide additional information that could help the assessment. The independent assessor will then decide either to send you a letter concerning their final decision on your claim level with reasons, or refer your claim to the exceptions committee. Only the independent assessor can refer a claim to the exceptions committee and may do so only in exceptional circumstances. The exceptions committee will review the claim form and supporting documents to determine the appropriate level of compensation. In all cases, the decision of the independent assessor or exceptions committee is final. Then the claims administrator will send a letter restating the final decision of the independent assessor or exceptions committee, along with compensation at the level identified by the independent assessor or exceptions committee. That brings us to the end of the claim review process for claim levels 2 to 5. To review, the steps are intake, which takes 6 weeks and includes an initial review for completeness. Internal processing by the claims administrator. Time for review by Canada, either 60 or 90 days, depending on the level you selected. Eligibility and level assessment processing by the administrator. Overall, the administrator's review of a level 2 to 5 claim may take up to 12 months for claims that do not require more information. If you are found eligible at a lower level than what you selected and you disagree with the claims administrator's level assessment, then you can seek a reconsideration by the claims administrator. If the claims administrator's reconsideration decision is still not resolved to your satisfaction, then you can seek a review by the independent assessor. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We know this is a lot of information. Some of it may apply to your situation, and some of it may not. But the good news is that you can come back at any time to replay all or part of this video as you need. If you have questions about the status of your claim once you've submitted it, you can contact the claims administrator at 1-888-221-2898. For updates about the claims process, you can visit their website, indiandayschoolsclaims.com. And again, if you haven't yet submitted your claim form and would like help filling it out or selecting a level, contact Class Counsel at 1-844-539-3815. We know your healing journey doesn't end with this claim, but we hope it can help you get to the next step.